As we enter 2922 Pinnacle, now this pretty much needs all the usual stuff we would do to a house. Right? We walk into an entryway with some mismatched tile, so you've got actually a decent tile design here. So they use some higher end tile, and then as it transfers back this direction, they use the more standard tile. So for me, obviously, we like to have fluidity in the flooring. In the kitchen, we have the usual, the cabinets are dated and missing some of the panels, and obviously are gone. So we're looking at a full remodel. Scare you. A typical kitchen remodel for me on a flip runs me between $4,000 and $5,000. Now that's going to include floors, replacing these cabinets, adding new countertops to this. So for $4,000 to $5,000, you're going to completely turn this property around. Kind of ventures into the kitchen. For me, I'd probably frame that door back in that we just walked through. It's a half door anyway, so you're not going to miss. Frame that back in and just make this a full-fledged bedroom again. So we have 3 bedrooms upstairs. Have seen better days. They're a little dated, as you can see. Refinishing these floors and putting a nice coat of lacquer. I think these are really going to pop when they're done. At their bones, I think a lot of surface work. Same thing with the other bedroom upstairs. While we're doing this remodel, we're going to replace these doors with my 6 fold doors. And this has storm windows on top of normal single pane windows. So more than likely you want to do a full all these out. Okay, so that's kind of what we're going to do upstairs. With that, let me have you check out the basement. Before we do head down there, though, the bathroom upstairs has a solid tile job on the floor. I'm worried about that, but the rest of it, obviously, it's missing a toilet, so you need to add that. And you have 4-inch tile surround that I probably want to gut that. But the floor tile actually is really nice. Of all the tile work in this house, this is by far the most quality stuff they put in. So this is nice, and I'd probably keep this. Heading downstairs at 2922 Pinnacle, the bottom level is actually in arguably better shape than the this a little bit more recently, and they didn't do a half bad job. It's just at this point the paint's a little dated. The trim could use a little bit of work. Just in general, the same remodeling we're going to do to the rest of the place. You are going to have to replace the windows, but as you'll notice, this is a walkout basement. Now that's not price bracket or in this neighborhood. I'm not sure I've seen anything southeast part of town, Pikes Peak Park area, that has a walkout. So that's a very interesting feature. This is actually a full bath. The bathroom is not bad. The vanity's been updated. I'd probably replace the window and update this vanity, but other than that, I don't think any of this needs to be swapped out all that much. This surround is practically brand new, so that's pretty much good to go. So the lower bathroom, like I said, is in better shape than the upper bathroom. This is probably just a recent refinish job, so that's a nice touch. This is a legal bedroom because it has the window, which is required with the egress, and it has a closet. So this officially makes this a 4-bedroom house, as if we do, I mentioned earlier, frame back in that door off for the kitchen and just makes this a 4-bedroom home, which I would highly recommend. So again, the basement's not in terrible shape, guys. This needs all of the work of our typical flips, okay? So this is not for the faint of heart. Bottom line, you're going to have to put some time and money into this thing. But look at the numbers. $85,000 worth of purchase price over here. If we spend a typical rehab budget of 15 to 20, and that's assuming you outsource everything, you're still only into this property for about $105,000, give or take. This house is worth $140 to $145 in tip-top shape. So instant equity, and for those of you who are going to live in the project while you're working on it, you get to do it exactly the way that you want it. So it's kind of like building your own house, which is a nice touch. And don't forget, you can finance all of that. Before we head out back, I did want to show you the laundry room because it's massive. You can do a serious amount of laundry in this room if that's your thing. Washer and dryer are going to go right here. They're already plumbed in. It looks like we got a little bit of water damage, but I attribute that more to probably leakage off of the washing machine rather than any foundation sort of issue, which HUD did not mention in their inspection. And then you've got tons of shelves and just a lot of available space. Doesn't look all that great right now, but guys, you paint this, you floor it, you just fix some of the minor trim issues over in the side there, and I think you got a pretty serious laundry room, especially for a house this size. As we head out back at 2922 Pinnacle, one thing I do want to point out is, again, when you have a walkout basement, it's all in cutting the lot appropriately. So if you could just get a quick view, we're kind of on a bluff here overlooking the rest of the neighborhood, and that's why they were able to cut this house and allow for a walkout basement, again, which is not something we see all that often in this price range or in this neighborhood for that matter. With that, let's go ahead and recap the Pinnacle property. It's 2922 Pinnacle Drive, Colorado Springs, Colorado, 80910. Basic cross streets are Circle and Monterey area. This house is currently listed at $85,000 for about 1,500 square feet in a neighborhood that comfortably supports between $140 and $150 as a retail price in tip-top shape. 85 grand's a good deal on this, guys, but almost more importantly, you can buy this home with a 203K loan that will allow you to finance in the rehab so you don't have any out-of-pocket expense as you're doing it. That's something to consider. Give me a call if you want to discuss how that works. And with everything, call me and let me know when you'd like to see it. The number's at the bottom of the screen. Don't forget to hit us up at the website, www.coloradospringsforeclosuredeals.com. We find the best deals, and we bring them to you live so you can see them. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.